Many of them are in their late 90s, yet each one was able to remember their war stories as if they were yesterday. My next guest is a 95-year-old World War II veteran, sharing his experiences in the new book, I Marched with Patton. Frank Sisson tells his incredible first-hand account of serving in World War II, including fighting in the Battle of the Bulge. In a recent interview, Frank described Patton as one of, quote, the greatest generals we ever had. His mouth got him in a lot of trouble, but his results overshadowed his faults. I'd follow him to the ends of the earth. Frank Sisson joined me for the Untold Story podcast, along with his co-author, Robert WWII. Explain for folks at home what it was like fighting in the Battle of the Bulge against the Germans.
Every day was a serious day, and we spent a lot of time trying to protect ourselves from the cold weather, knowing that the Germans had to put up with the same problems we did. That was the only thing that made it worthwhile. But, for 42 days, I wore every piece of clothes I could find to wear. I was so uncomfortable with clothes that I could hardly do my job. But it was either that or freeze to death, which I almost did.
It's extraordinary. The courage that it took for all of you to make it through that. And then you were there when the liberation of Dachau concentration camp began. Tell me about that.
We were coming up a hill. We were laying some telephone wire for our artillery, and we saw some action at a building up on the hill from where we were. And my driver said, Frank, I think we better go check that out. So we did. And sure enough, it was little skeletons of people, picking people up off the ground and taking them to a ambulance or an old beat-up school bus looked like, and they were taking them to the hospital. And the people there said, now, don't give them anything to eat. Don't let them, we don't want them to eat anything, because anything that they could put in that stomach could kill them real quick. We're going to feed them very slow and a very fixed diet. And I remember they would fall down and try to kiss your feet. And you couldn't help but just cry when you see something like that. Just unbelievable how awful it looked. Little 6-foot man, weigh about 85 pounds. And God bless him.
God bless him is right, and God bless all of you for fighting these battles. You say in your story that you didn't talk to your family much about your experiences in Europe, but your sons watched Band of Brothers, and that brought it all home for them. Tell me what happened when they saw that.
I was in my kitchen. I was fixing an evening meal, and my 3 boys were around the dining room table watching Band of Brothers. And I didn't realize what they were watching, but as soon as the movie was over, all 3 of them ran into the kitchen where I was and started hugging me, saying, Papa, I'm so sorry that you had to put up with that. And they were weeping and I was weeping.
You know, I'm sure that they were so moved to see those stories come to life and to realize more of what you had been through. Did that start a conversation with them about your stories?
Oh yeah, they wanted to know more and more and more, and I guess that's when I started opening up and telling them about it.
I just really am honored to hear your story, sir, and I'm so grateful to you. Frank Sisson, many thanks to you. Robert WWII, thank you, sir, as well. The book is called I Marched with Patton. It's an honor to talk to you both. Thank you, sirs. We thank Frank and all of our World War II heroes for their bravery and sacrifice. You can read more about these stories in my book, Unknown Valor. Thank you for watching. And don't miss the story weeknights at 7 p.m. Have a good night, everybody.
was